Bradford, the city of industry, culture and, if you believe the headlines, one of the most dangerous places in the UK. Now, before you start updating your will just for passing through, let's take a proper look at whether Bradford is actually as bad as people make it out to be, or if it's just another case of statistics being twisted for a dramatic headline. Because, let's be honest, every city has its good bits and its not so good bits, and Bradford, well, it's got both in abundance. So, is Bradford a crime-ridden wasteland where every other person is a pickpocket? Or is it just a city with a few rough patches? Let's find out. How dangerous is Bradford? Okay, first off, let's talk numbers, because nothing says fun like crime stats. According to the latest data, Bradford has an overall crime rate of 144 crimes per 1,000 people. Now, unless you're fluent in crime statistics, that might not mean much, so let's put it into context. The UK's average is about 100 crimes per 1,000 people, so Bradford's sitting comfortably above that. It's officially the most dangerous city in West Yorkshire and ranks in the top 20 most perilous areas out of 118 towns, villages and cities in the region. That doesn't exactly scream holiday destination, does it? In 2024 alone, the city recorded more than 70,000 crimes, with violent crime making up over 55% of that total. So, if you were hoping for the biggest danger in Bradford was tripping over a poorly placed cobblestone, think again. That being said, let's not start writing the whole city off just yet. Statistics can be misleading and crime is often concentrated in specific areas rather than being a city-wide free-for-all. The good, the bad and the avoid after dark. Living in Bradford is a bit like owning a temperamental car. Most of the time it's fine, it gets you where you need to go, but every now and again it makes some weird noises, the dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree and you start questioning your life choices. Some areas are quiet, family friendly and full of people who wouldn't dream of nicking your phone. Others, let's just say you'll want to keep a firm grip on your belongings and maybe even reconsider that evening stroll. If you're looking for the safer parts of Bradford, here are some of the best bets. Baildon, with 89 crimes per 1,000 people, practically a crime-free utopia compared to the rest of the city. Toller, with 98 crimes per 1,000, still relatively calm unless your biggest concern is someone stealing your Amazon parcel. And Bradford Moor with 113 crimes per 1,000. A little bit livelier but still nowhere near the worst. On the other hand, if you're someone who enjoys a bit more danger in your day-to-day life, you might find these areas a little bit more eventful. Eccleshill with 200 crimes per 1,000 people. Whatever's happening here, it's happening often. The city centre with 189 crimes per 1,000 people. Vibrant, full of life and apparently also full of pickpockets. And Royds with 181 crimes per 1,000. If Bradford was a TV drama, this would be the plot twist location. So, what exactly is happening in Bradford? Are we talking minor incidents or is it a full-scale chaos? Well, violent and sexual offences top the list, making up more than half of the crimes. Now, that might sound terrifying, but remember, that category includes everything from pub fights to serious assaults. It's a broad spectrum, and while the numbers are high, it doesn't mean that every other street corner is a battleground. Public order offences and theft are also common, with car crime and burglary making frequent appearances. And if you happen to be a cyclist, good luck. Bike theft is a recurring issue in Bradford, so unless you've got a lock worthy of Fort Knox, you might want to take your bike inside with you. But let's not forget fraud. Yes, scams and online crimes are increasingly common, proving that criminals are keeping up with the modern trends just like the rest of us. So if you get an email from a Nigerian prince while in Bradford, maybe don't send him your bank details. So the big question, is Bradford improving or are we all just slowly accepting our fate? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Some areas have seen crime rates rise while other areas have seen improvement thanks to local initiatives. More investment in policing, better community outreach programmes and crime prevention schemes are making a difference. But let's be real, change takes time. You can't just slap a few CCTV cameras up and expect crime to vanish overnight. What does help is local engagement, community action, and of course people using a bit of common sense when it comes to their safety. So if you're planning a visit or thinking of moving to Bradford, here are a few golden rules to help keep you out of trouble. Stay alert. You don't need to walk around like you're Liam Neeson in Taken, but maybe don't stare at your phone in a sketchy area. Secure your stuff. If you leave your bag unattended, don't be surprised if it disappears faster than your motivation on a Monday morning. Avoid walking alone at night, especially in areas known for high crime. Common sense really. Trust your instincts. If something feels dodgy, well, chances are it probably is. Lock your doors. This isn't just a Bradford thing, it's basic home security. So, is Bradford safe? Here's the truth. Bradford, like any city, has its fair share of problems. The crime stats aren't great, and there are definitely places you'll want to keep your wits about you. But does that mean it's a no-go zone? Absolutely not. Most people in Bradford go about their daily lives without being mugged every 5 minutes. The city has a rich history and some incredible culture, and let's be honest, some of the best curries in the country. So, should you visit? Yes. Just be aware of your surroundings. Should you move there? Depends on where you're looking. Should you be worried every time you step outside? Not unless you plan on waving around a wad of cash in a dodgy alleyway. At the end of the day, Bradford is just like anywhere else. Good in places, bad in others, and full of people trying to get by. So what do you think? Have you lived in or visited Bradford? Got any interesting stories? Drop them in the comments. And don't forget, like, subscribe and hit that notification bell because, let's be honest, we all love a bit of drama.